Get ready with me for bed, but also story time edition. Okay, so my mom was texting my friend's mom that we should have a sleepover with my friend, and then we just had a sleepover like the next day, and then like we were getting ready to we were gonna go to the park, and we were getting ready to go to the park. But then she looks in her bag and she can't find her shirt, but she has like her shorts that she was gonna wear. And she asked me, can I borrow one of your shirts? Like, sure, I'll just go get one. And then I go get one, and then I give it to her, and then I look at the shirt, and I grabbed a random one, and it was actually my favorite shirt, and I'm like, here you go, and it was my favorite shirt. And I didn't realize that. I'm like, that's my favorite shirt, but that's okay. Just make sure to give it back to me the next day. And she's like, okay, I'll give it back to you tomorrow at school. I'm like, all right, I hope you give it back. And then the next day, she doesn't give it back to me yet. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, hey, do you have my shirt? And then she's like, oh, sorry, I forgot it. I promise I'll give it to you tomorrow. I'm like, okay, great. And then the next day, she still doesn't give it back. And then finally on Friday, I'm like, hey, you didn't remember my shirt. And she's like, oh, I'm really sorry. I don't know where that went. And then after school, I was literally almost crying because that's like my favorite shirt. And it was like a Lululemon one. Those are like so expensive. And then like on Saturday, I texted her to if I could like maybe come to your house and like get it. And then she's like, oh, I still don't know where it is. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then my mom and her mom are like talking, and my mom was like mad at my mom, and like, oh my god, the toothpaste is not coming out. And then my mom was telling her that they have to give my shirt back because it's from Lululemon, and that shirt was like really, really expensive. And finally on Monday I get it back, but that girl had an attitude, and she was like, here's your shirt, and can you maybe get one for my birthday? And I'm like, are you serious? Okay guys, I'm just in my room, so I'll tell you the rest of the story now. And I'm like, listen, I don't want to argue with you right now. And she's like, well, I do. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? And my best friend's beside me like, what are you talking about? And the teacher comes, and then we're like, and she's like, guys, what are you guys fighting about? And we're just like, nothing. And that's the story, like, what?